Happy Wednesday, everybody. Alyssa Orange here alongside Tara Talmadge, and we're getting set for tip-off Arkansas and LSU. Tara, a really big, exciting game last year when Arkansas was able to go knock off 19th-ranked LSU on the road. What do you remember about that matchup?
Well, Arkansas had an 18-point lead in the second and then just absolutely blew it, and everyone pretty much thought that, okay, LSU has this game in hand, but then I don't know what got into this Arkansas team. They just decided they were going to battle back, and Mason Jones hit the game winner. I mean, I'm hoping that it's not that close this time around, but Mason Jones is improving this year and actually doing better along with a lot of the other guys on the team, so I'm expecting a pretty good matchup.
It's great to see. What I remember is there down the stretch with about a minute or so left, the rebounds Arkansas was able to get against Naz Reid, and he didn't get that basket. Arkansas wins it 90-89, a game we'd love to relive, but we've got a game right now that we've got to talk about. Arkansas and LSU. First true road test for Arkansas. Do you think this team is ready?
I think they're ready. They've done so well so far this season that they've got to have some confidence to them right now. And also, Eric Musselman prepares this team so well. You hear all about their scouting reports and how in-depth they are. Jimmy Dykes tweeted out today that he's never seen a pregame practice like the Arkansas Razorbacks had today. So I'm not too concerned about them showing up unprepared. It's just a matter of if they can keep up with the LSU and their scoring that they put up all the time.
Yeah, they're averaging about 80 points per game. Arkansas just 74. You talked about head coach Eric Musselman. Let's hear from him right now.
I think that they're really athletic. They have an experienced backcourt, obviously with Smart and Mays. That's where you would start. But they have a incredibly talented freshman that starts out at the small forward spot, and Waterford will end up moving to the 4 spot, and he's a guy that can get a defensive rebound and bring the ball up the floor, and he can score it, he can pass it, he can rebound. You know, and they're the team that's athletic at the 4 and 5 spot as well, and they're a little bit undersized, and then they have some guys coming off the bench that can score the ball as well. They're maybe a little bit healthier than they have been earlier in the year, and they're a really good team. And then we're playing on the road, so it makes it even more challenging.
We're very confident that we can go in at LSU and get a win, but we're not looking past them, and we're really excited for the journey and the game coming up tomorrow. Tomorrow. So we just want to go in and play hard and just be prepared as possible, knowing that LSU is going to try to beat us because we went in last year and beat them at their place. So we're very intrigued about the game, and we're really ready to play them. And I know they're excited to play us too.
You know, our guys going into that building and winning in the past. Every game, to me, in my opinion, has its own identity. Its own storyline gets created as the game unfolds. And so I don't, you know, certainly I feel like, you know, it's not a negative that guys have won in that building. It's only a positive. But I think that teams change, coaching staffs change, philosophies change, rosters change, and therefore every game's got its own identity. Even, you know, whatever happens in Baton Rouge on Wednesday is probably not going to have an effect next time we play them either. I just think that there's, you know, new themes, new storylines every game.
Well, I've been to the PMAC, Tara. I've seen a game there where Arkansas actually lost a few years ago. It's a tough place to play, and they're going to go into a very hostile environment.
It's an environment, though, that Musselman is pretty familiar with. He coached there for a little bit of time. So it's going to be interesting to see how they handle that hostility that they're going to face when they're in that building.
It'll be interesting, and I'm really excited to see, except for a guy like Skylar Mays, who's going to be definitely wanting some vengeance after that game last year. Will Wade, now in his 3rd year at LSU. We're going to hear from LSU's head coach right now.
We're going to have to handle the ball really, really well against Arkansas and not give them a bunch of extra possessions. Isaiah Joe's as good a shooter as we have in the league, and you know, Witt's automatic in the mid-range, and Jones is a tremendous playmaker for them. So they've got a very, very good collection of guards. They're the hardest playing team I've seen on tape all year. They're fearless, and they play extremely hard. And so that'll be a challenge for us as well. So should be a great game Wednesday night.
You know of Eric Musselman? Have you met him a lot, and what do you think of the way he's kind of turned things around?
Well, I've only met him a few times, but I think he's done a remarkable job. The team plays extremely hard. They put you in some tough predicaments just with their spacing on offense and their shooting. I think they're they're a team that's gonna be in the hunt all year in the SEC, just because of how hard they play. And Bailey does a great job down low. Chaney does a really good job down low for them. They come and block a bunch of shots and contest a lot of shots at the rim. But they've definitely got great spacing, and they believe in what he's doing, and they play with very good freedom.
It's interesting. Well, Wade started off that press conference there talking about protecting the basketball. Arkansas has 3 guys inside the top 10 in the SEC in terms of steals per game.
Yep.
The flip side of that is LSU has the #1 guy in Skylar Mays. Arkansas's defense been playing great. The defense needs to show up again.
Yeah, I mean, he mentioned, they're getting their hands everywhere, and it kind of goes back to last week with Texas A&M and Buzz Williams saying that Desi Sills is just a pesky player, and I think that's exactly what Will Wade is trying to make the point of. They, I think, average about 14 turnovers a game right now, which is not very good. Arkansas forces about 18 turnovers every game, so it'll be interesting to see how that shapes up. I think what was interesting about that, though, is that Wade mentioned that this is a team, an Arkansas team, that will be in the hunt for the SEC. A win over LSU would really make a statement in that hunt.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Pat Bradley, we heard him talk about he thinks Arkansas can be a top 3 team in this league, and that's with a Kentucky and Auburn playing at Bud Walton, which will be fun. Of course, that's down the road. We got LSU to focus on right now. It'll be a good one. Talmadge, I'm Alyssa Orange. Thanks for watching our pregame show. We'll see you after the game.
Thanks for watching